let's walk through a holiday DIY creation home tour, perfect for Christmas. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today is another video of Stitchmas. So Stitchmas is my version of Vlogmas where we do 12 holiday DIY videos leading up to Christmas, and today I'm focusing on some of my actual past holiday DIYs that I've made, with the first being this Christmas card holder. So I made this a couple years ago. I had some extra fabric on hand and I love displaying Christmas cards that I get, so this is just a fun little decoration that we keep up in our entryway. Now the interesting part about this is I normally keep a quilt there, so if you just kind of go down the wall a little bit, you can see that I have this table where I have this stuffed Christmas tree that I actually made this year. I just put some lights on it, and then there's this tablecloth. This is actually a quilt. So this is the back of a quilt that normally goes on the wall where the Christmas tree card holder is. So I try to use my quilts as much as I can. So for example, this is what the front of that quilt looks like, and when the Christmas card holder is not up, it has this quilt during the winter. So I really wanted to focus on the really fun wintry fabric of this quilt because it's not really Christmassy, it's just a winter fabric and pattern. So I went through and I kind of like free-handed quilted the mountains just to give it a little bit of a unique touch. So this is what the front looks like, and then when it's Christmas I have the card holder up instead. So I just really try to use the different makes that I have done in multiple ways since I have spent so much time on them, but both of those have videos available in case you want to make them too. Now in addition, I have made so many pillowcases, so this is one of my Christmas pillowcases. It's probably one of the first ones I've made. I've actually gone through the process quite a bit to kind of redo it to make it a little bit nicer each time. Now moving on, we have this little deer head that I had made one year. So this is like a little reindeer head. I think it is so funny. This came from a quilting magazine, like as a free pattern that they had provided, and a friend had given this to me. I made two of these, so I made this one and then I made one for my grandparents. They're just such funny little gifts and decorations, but we love him. He was a little difficult to make, but I'm happy that we have him now and he's always on our wall. So now moving over to our little officey area with the printer, you can see that I have these little stuffed animals. So these are stuffed wise men as well as some Santa Clauses. And then behind them I do have another pillow that I made. This is actually a pillow that gets used quite a bit. I just put a new pillowcase on top of it. But for these, this was like a little kit, so it came with the fabric and then it had instructions on how to make the wise men as well as the Santa Clauses, and then once you kind of sew up the general shape of the body, you turn it right side out, you stuff them, and then you add some cardboard underneath. So there is the third little Santa Claus. They're just fun little decorations to have around. So moving over to our Christmas tree, we have my Christmas tree skirt. I love this Christmas tree skirt. And then on the back, of course, is that checkered pattern where there's a whole video on how you can make one of these yourself. This top, though, was a pattern that I had bought from a smaller Etsy shop that they had created. I think it looks so fun, but the back is also this really fun red and green checkered pattern that goes back and forth between like a naughty and nice theme. Now on the tree as well, I do have some of the ornaments that I have made. These were just little items I made last year, and then of course this year I am planning to make another DIY ornament. I think it's a fun tradition to keep up. And then next to the tree, I do have this quilt. So this was actually a really large project that my mom had started and then she gave to me to finish up. So basically what she had done is she had started to go around on these little squares and machine quilt them. So then I had to go through and finish doing that, as well as I added these buttons to the checkered squares just as a fun little decorative touch. Most likely one day this will be going down into the basement, and then I want to do a bigger Christmas quilt for this area with a lot of different patchworks and colors. But for now, it gets to be here next to the Christmas tree. So now moving over to the kitchen, I really only have one thing up in there, and that is this apron. So I did this a couple Stitchmases ago, and I'll include a link in case you're interested, but it's just a great thing to have on hand, especially for making Christmas cookies. Now moving up to my sewing room, I have one of these dogs that I used to make. So if you've been here a while, you know that I used to make these stuffed animal dogs. So I have one of them up, and then of course I have my little Christmas tree with the skirt that I made this year. So a lot of my items that I do make in my videos, I do then put them around the house, especially for different holidays. I hope that this gave you some inspiration though on how you could use your different holiday makes. And be sure to leave in the comments how you decorate for the holidays. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.